Hey, Alicia,
Stacy.
do you ever find that, in our last video, we talked about setting boundaries.
Yes.
Ever find that when you try to set a boundary, you actually feel guilty about the boundary?
Uh, Many times. And I think that is probably true for if you are listening to us and you have ever felt guilty about setting a boundary, you are in the right place because we are debunking, we're talking about the real truth about self-care. And this is our third part of the series. And we're talking about how do we manage this guilty feeling, right, Stace? And it is a feeling that really comes up so strongly and can really stop us from setting the boundaries that we need to set so that we can really truly take care of ourselves, right?
Yes, for sure. So Cheryl Ziegler in the Harvard Business Review has this quote: no matter where you are, at home or work, you feel like you should be elsewhere getting something productive done. And
Yep,
I have had that experience myself, I think, through my entire adult life. And certainly so many of you listening, I know can relate to this because I hear it in the coaching that I do all the time. And it's this idea that wherever we are, we're worried that we're not doing something somewhere else. So that's
that's right.
constant push and pull, and it comes out in feelings of guilt, I think.
That's for sure. And guilt, I always talk about it as the shoulds. Like
Yes,
when you
yes.
notice in your mind that you are saying, well, I really should be going to my kid's soccer game and I'm staying home and I'm working on this report, right? And you're feeling guilty because you didn't go to your kid's game and you're feeling upset because you're sitting there and there's no winning in that situation, right? And
That's
so it disrupts our sleep, our mood, we're cranky, it gets in the way of being present and
right.
really being able to enjoy or really do what we're doing in a way that feels good to us.
Yeah. And I think this is really where this whole idea of awareness and mindset comes into play, that we just, first of all, want to notice when we are experiencing these guilt feelings. And it's not about judging the feelings, but just noticing the fact that we're having them.
That's
And then,
right.
much like we talked about in the previous video, making really clear, conscious choices about what I'm going to do in this moment or for the next 2 hours, and really saying, I'm going to be here and I'm giving myself permission not to be over there. And then when I'm over there, so if I'm working, I'm going to give myself permission not to be spending time with my family. And even just the simple act of giving ourselves permission can be very powerful when we're dealing with those feelings of guilt.
That's exactly right. And so we really encourage you, if you notice you are saying the word should, I always like to say, stop shoulding on yourself
Yep,
and make a conscious choice to do something differently.
absolutely.
So I'm Alicia Davis,
I'm Stacy Watson.
and we are the co-owners of Transformative Leadership Strategies, and we support leaders like you to focus on how they are being while they are doing.
That's
Take
it.
good care. See you next
Take
time.
care.